Well, it's the holiday season, which means I'm going to be busy visiting family, and it also means that I get to look back and take a retrospective of everything that's happening. Over the past 6 months, I've grown a lot. That's basically ever since I've been posting on YouTube for the most part. And because of that, I figured it's about time we did a Q&A, huh? This Q&A is going to be broken into 4 major parts, so if you're not interested in something, feel free to skip around. This probably isn't a video you just want to sit through the entirety of, unless you want to, in which case, thanks for the watch time, brother. It means a lot. How hype would you be if Arc System Works made a Soul Eater game? I think it would be pretty hype. I mean, it would be really easy to make a tag fighter. I really hope they don't. But if they do, I might be okay with it. I think if they made it play like a BlazBlue game where your drive was your soul resonance, that would be really cool. That's just me though. Have you played any platform fighters? And if so, what design aspect about the subgenre do you enjoy the most? I think the only platform fighters I've ever played, and I put play in quotation marks, is Brawlhalla and Smash Bros. I like how simple they are. It's pretty easy to kind of get a feel for the rhythm of the game. If BlazBlue vs. Guilty Gear ever got made, would you want it to play and look like a BlazBlue or a Guilty Gear game? I would probably say I would like it to look and play like a BlazBlue game, mainly because I adore sprite work and I think it looks really good. Not to say the 2.5 of Exert and Strive don't look good, but I don't know how good BlazBlue characters would look in that situation, and if we're just going back to sprite work, might as well just keep it in the BlazBlue engine, so to say. If you could have any fighting game move to use in real life, which one would you pick? I would choose the Akuma Raging Demon, simply because I would just roll up to a dude, he'd be on the ground dying, and I'm just standing there and there's no evidence. Favorite song from BlazBlue? I would have to say Rebellion or Gluttony Fang, one of those two. What do I think about Smash? Well, I think the game, I don't like the game personally. It's really not for me. So I would give it a bad score. But it has Bayonetta in the game, so immediately it gets at least a B tier. If you played a grappler, how dare you? Listen here, Buster. Just because I play Olive in Among Us Arena doesn't mean you get to harass me like this. What archetype do you like the most? Knockdown. I guess set play technically, but characters who win from knockdown. It's a lot of fun. Do you have any interest in the King of Fighters franchise? I played KOF 15. It wasn't my favorite, but I did play it for a little bit. Though I am very interested in Luong's thighs, though. Least favorite fighting game character of all time? Gold Lewis. If there was a Guilty Gear character you would delete, who would it be? Gold Lewis. Who is your honest god most favorite Guilty Gear character? I think she has a really compelling story, I think her moveset's really cool, and I think she's really cute. That's about all I have to say. Also, yes, you should watch Soul Eater. Best Shoto ever. I gotta give it to my boy Ragnar the Blood Edge. What got you into fighting games? I had a friend, we had just finished a D&D session, him and another friend that was there, and we're like, yo, you wanna play Gear? And so they started playing. I was like, yo, what's this game? This looks tight. And he's like, oh, listen to the music. I listened to the music. I was like, oh shit, this game's tight as hell. I'll play it. I got the game, and then I lost 83 sets against Axel Low. And I just about had a Joker moment. So out of spite, I practiced the game until I was okay enough at the game to beat him. And then I just accidentally learned to really like fighting games. Who do I find the most fun to play? Because I like Hover Dash. I like how you have to think on your feet. I just wish her options were a little better. Have you tried the Soul Eater fighting game? I know it exists, and I know I could probably emulate it. I just need to get around to doing it. Who is more silly, NecoArc or Eddie? I'm probably going to have to give this one to NecoArc, I'm afraid. Thoughts on Anji Mito? I want to bury my head in his chest as he lovingly pats me on the head. Favorite BlazBlue character? Kokonoe. Why is Millia Rage the coolest Guilty Gear character? I don't know. I mean, she's pretty cool. Don't get me wrong. I agree, she's pretty cool. Definitely not the hottest, though. Did you get into this channel planning on being a content creator, or was it a habit that ended up becoming bigger and bigger? I would say it's probably an accident, mainly because I created the channel and started editing so that I could put it on a job resume that I have experience in video editing, and then people just started really supporting it, and I was like, I'll see what this is all about first. What are your plans for uploads in the future? A lot more character-centric stuff. I just want to talk about some of my favorite characters, and I might do some other stuff on just series that I like as a whole. I'm not sure. I definitely want to keep this as a place where I just kind of share the stuff that I'm really passionate about, and then maybe have a second channel where I post clips and shit. Do you intend to make content other genres of video games like immersive sims or hack and slashes? If any piques my interest. Right now, I'm kind of just on a fighting game grind, but if I ever find a game where I just get as invested that I want to make a video about it, yeah, I'll probably make one. What other channels or maybe even shows inspired your style of making videos? I would say there are 3 channels who kind of inspire both my sense of humor and editing style, and that's Rada, Rank 10 Yu-Gi-Oh!, Nakey Jakey, and Early Maxor, I would say are the 3 big inspirations. How do you think your community has grown as it's grown into something you can be proud of? I think I can adamantly say I'm pretty proud of the community that's developed around me. The Discord server is like a big one. It's just genuinely a place where people hang out, just kind of even outside of me. Like it's very cool. I think the artists on there are tight as hell. Like there is just so much going on, and I'm really glad that it's just like an actual community and not just, you know, a dick writing server for a YouTuber. Where does your name came from? Okay, this is a funny story, so you're gonna have to buckle your seatbelt, kids. So my old gamer tag used to be Lord of Innistrad, spelled with one N, because like I played like a black and white deck in Magic the Gathering at the time. But when I had first joined Discord, the very first Discord I joined was a My Hero Academia fan Discord. And as I interacted with people, I think I mentioned something at the time, I forget what it was, but essentially it was just like, oh, you're cringe. And I'm like, oh no, they called me cringe on the internet. So I deleted that Discord. And I wanted to rejoin for whatever reason, even though I got bullied off of there. And so I had to make a new Discord, and I was like, well, I can't use Lord of Innistrad. I'll use Old Reliable, sure, because it was just like the very first name that came to the head. I think like I had seen a meme where someone like opened up the Old Reliable case, and I was like, that's it, I'll be Old Reliable. So my name comes from a bunch of My Hero Academia fans calling me cringe on the internet. Not the most elegant story, I should admit. I've been hearing a lot of Ultrakill music in your videos lately, and my question is simple. Opinions on the game as a whole, and a slightly more self-indulgent request, Gabriel. I really like the game. I think Gabriel is a very compelling character. He's voiced wonderfully. I'm really bad at Ultrakill. I don't know any of the tech, so I kind of just end up flailing around pressing buttons. Do you have any favorite games that aren't fighting games? Okay, you gotta hear me out, because I know there's stipulations behind these games. I know, just, you gotta hear me out. It's Persona 4 Golden, Celeste, and Stardew Valley. Those three I have played a lot, and they're a lot of fun, and I need you to shut the fuck up. Favorite game OST? Castlevania, I think. It has some of my favorite songs. Bloody Tears is just so good. I would love to use it more in videos, but the songs are always just so forward and present that it's hard to have them as like ambient tracks. Anything you would change about Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel? Yeah, go ahead and ban branded fusion. Why are we living in an age where we're allowing Mirror Jade Pass to be better than like 80% of boards? Any games you're looking forward to, Relly? The new Fire Emblem game looks really interesting. I'm kind of interested to see where that's going. What made you get into gaming? Spite. I wanted to be better at someone, so I practiced it, and that's how I started playing games. Favorite artist is the creator of Soul Eater, mainly because I really like how they draw characters with these very cartoonish designs, and yet have a very creepy, sinister sort of ambient around it. I really like how the world of Soul Eater looks. What is your character that you use in vids, and why choose that one? The character I use as a self-insert for my videos is named Erica Frog, and she is a minor side character in Soul Eater, and I really like her. I think she's really cool. She has an interesting sort of role in the story that I appreciate, and she's just very expressive. She has a lot of just freak out panic moments. She's like the Kobeni of Soul Eater, I think is the best way to put it. I could go on and on why I really like Erica, but that would take a little bit. Is there a particular reason you like witch characters so much? And on that note, who is your favorite witch character? The main reason I like witches is because the first reason, they are typically very well written, or should I say very intelligently written. Mainly because witches have to be intelligent. You know, they're spellcasters, they create stuff, so they're typically written with this very high level of intelligence that I really admire. The second reason I really like witches is that they're typically very confident characters. They have this aura of like, I'm better than you and I know it, and I just think it's really cool to see very confident, powerful female characters. What do I think about Hunter x Hunter as a whole, and especially its recent chapters? I haven't read the new release of Hunter x Hunter yet, but as a whole, I actually really do like Hunter x Hunter. I think Greed Island is probably one of my favorites. It's a really good arc. If I only had to keep one witch and erase all the others, who would you keep? Erica Frog. Have you read Hoseki no Kuni? If you haven't, please do. I have seen this bitch everywhere. I didn't know what she was from until I was talking with Salty about it, and then I learned who it was, and I'm like, oh, I should maybe watch this then. Favorite ice cream flavor? Mint chocolate chip. How toasted do you like your toast? Medium well, I think. Favorite pizza topping? Sausage. Do you like Dragon Ball? I didn't watch it as a kid, and I have no real interest watching it now. Like one of my best friends is super into it. It's just probably not for me. How did you learn to edit videos? I opened up a editing software, and as I made videos, I would choose a new tool or new effect or new style, and I would try to emulate it as best I could or utilize it to its fullest. and then I would add that to my tool belt until eventually I felt very confident with the program I was using. Opinions on JoJo's. It's good. I'm a big Part 8 fan. I really do like JoJo's Part 8 Wonder of You. I think is a really cool fucking design. Part 7 obviously is goated. Part 7's really good. I think like Part 4 and 5 are like tied in that sort of middle place. I think those two parts are really good. I really like those characters. I'm also a massive Giorno apologist. I will 100% defend that Giorno is one of the best written characters in JoJo's ever. Favorite anime and or manga? I wonder what my favorite anime or manga would be. It's Blood Blockade Battlefront, followed very closely by Soul Eater. Apple juice, yes or no? Give me that fucking apple juice. I'm an apple juice fiend. I'm fiending for the apple juice. Are you LGBTQ+, or do you just like cute avatars? What are you, a cop? Well, I hope that answers all your questions. Glad that you got to interrogate me as I'm stuck in this holding cell. You should let me out. I'm stuck in your computer. The minute you set me free, I promise, I will give you a witchly hug. Guaranteed. Throw your phone against the wall. Don't do that. Don't do that. I'll see you guys.